friends, and welcome back to our Walt Disney World travel series. In this episode, Jen and I take a quick trip to Hollywood Studios. I love this ride so much, I can't wait to go on it. Road test Disney's new Lightning Lane Multipass system. We're just going to make the best of what we've got today and see how many rides we can get using our Lightning Lane. And soak up the magic at our first happily ever after fireworks dessert party. Cheers, guys. Okay, we've just come into one of the stores to have a quick look while it's quiet because everybody's rushing to get on rides first thing. They've got loads of trick-or-treat stuff. I saw these in Magic Kingdom. These are sweet. They've still got so much of this snack print stuff out as well. That's so funky. Oh my gosh, look at the popcorn bag. What the heck? That's brilliant. I actually really like that. I've not seen these ears before. These are fun. They also have my favourite, or not quite so favourite, Crocs. I've seen so many people wearing Crocs in the park, and honestly, as much as I don't like them, I just don't understand how they don't like hurt your feet. Like, they don't have any ankle support or anything. I'd need like trainers or something with like an ankle strap, otherwise I feel like they would just slop off my feet all day. If you do wear Crocs in the park, comment below, what is it about them that you love so much? I'd love to understand. Oh, they have loads of decorations in here as well. We're gonna try and go to the Christmas store in Disney Springs at some point. I saw this one the other day. Oh, I like the books. These are really fun. There's like a popcorn bucket. How much are these? $34.99. That's quite expensive for a pool ball. Mind you, it is really nice. Oh, I love these traditional ones. Oh, look how pretty they are. Oh, I love these. I'm hoping to come back at Christmas next year with my dad. I really would love to see Disney with all the Christmas decorations on. It's been really nice to see the Halloween ones in Magic Kingdom, but I imagine they're even more extra at Christmas. Time to go on Tower of Terror. Eek! It says it's a 40-minute wait. Judging by where the line is, I would say that's probably about accurate. I love this ride so much. I can't wait to go on it. It really does make me laugh. Like, everybody just gets silly on it. It makes everyone giggle. Just walking straight through. That was interesting. No Twilight Zone room.
Safety once on board. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Deepest, darkest corner of the imagination, in the Tower of Terror.
That's such a cute tea.
It is.
Are you interested?
Yeah, I am actually. Ow, I just hit my head on the walls.
Oh, careful. You are so accident prone.
Honestly. See, this, right, it's a different shape though. This would just make me look boxy.
It's a like really wide one, isn't it? I don't think you'd be an L anyway. I like these ears as well. The service elevator ones. Well, that was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it?
Loved it.
Love that ride.
It was a really weird sequence.
It was a strange sequence. It didn't really take us all the way up to the top, but it did drop us quite a lot. Like there was a lot of airtime on that.
I got some airtime on that.
Yeah, she did. It was a really good fun. It was like going over bumps in a car. Anyway, we're gonna go and try and get some Starbucks now, see if the line's not too long. I need a cold drink. I'm so hot. My eyeballs are sweating. I didn't even know that that was a thing that your eyeballs could do. It's so warm.
It's genuinely like being in a sauna.
It is like being in an oven. Whew. What I'm gonna get today. Iced apple crisp. Another one of their like fall drinks. I still haven't tried the pecan one yet, but I will. Okay, I grabbed the apple crisp latte, which is one of their like fall drinks. I'm not 100% sure what to expect, to be honest. Oh, that's really interesting. It tastes kind of like apple pie. I was expecting it to be like tart, like sweet apple with coffee, and I wasn't sure how that was gonna go. But actually it's really nice. It's got a hint of cinnamon in it. Tastes a bit like, yeah, apple pie and custard in coffee. Very strange, but really nice. Right, we are gonna try and see if we can catch the 10:45 Indiana Jones show. I actually think I've not seen this for at least 6 or 7 years.
Okay, so I'm gonna count you down from 3. 3, 2, 1.
Lights, camera, action.
All right, so here's what's gonna happen. On action, you're gonna come around the close stretch, make your way center.
Well, the stunt show was really, really good. I've not seen that in such a long time. I'd forgotten how good it was. If you're into movies or stunts or anything like that, it actually was really, really good fun. Even if you're not into movies, it's good watch. It actually really made me want to watch the movie The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling. If you haven't seen that, that's brilliant. It's all about stunt people. Anyway, we are going to head into Toy Story Land right now and see if we can ride like the 2 major attractions in there. I really want to go on Slinky Dog and I want to see what Jen's reaction's going to be to it because she's not done it before. It's a kind of a 50-60 minute wait at the minute, which is kind of standard for that ride, but we don't mind waiting, and we've got our fans and our cold drinks, so I'm sure we'll be good. I had to put the camera away because of how wet it is outside, but we're going to ride it anyway. I'm going to try and film on my phone and see if it works. Oh, it's wet. It's very wet. Ah! Oh no! Oh, it's so wet! was an incredibly soggy ride on Slinky Dog. I think it just started chucking it down just as the train pulled out of the station, so it was all whipping in our faces, but hopefully you saw a little bit on my phone footage. We've just come to PizzeRizzo. I've done like mobile order to get a pizza, and we're gonna have this and try and like cool down, dry out before we head on with the rest of our day. Mushroom pizza. This looks really nice. It's like really thick pizza. The complete opposite to Blaze. And then I got a Coke and a Caesar salad, and the whole thing came to less than $18, which is pretty good value for lunch. Pizza base is really, really nice. It's like soft and squidgy, and the mushrooms are good. And the parmesan and the chili flakes really add to it, I think. Jen got a gluten-free one, didn't you?
Yeah, pepperoni.
It actually is bigger. It's like marginally bigger than mine.
Thinner crust, but it's actually quite still thick.
Yeah. It just took slightly longer to get. I guess they have to make them from scratch, so. Hello friends, I look a little bit like a drowned rat now. PizzeRizzo was delicious. I would really recommend that. It was really nice and big in there. It was really cool, had the good aircon on. It was very noisy, so probably couldn't really hear what we were saying very much, but the food was delicious, and I think good value for the size of the portions that you get. I love it when the sun comes out. I might be melting like an ice cream in an oven, but I am absolutely buzzing. Look at that view. Oh, it's so beautiful, I could cry. Okay guys, we made it to Magic Kingdom. Our first Lightning Lane was supposed to be Tiana's at 2:30, but we've already been told that actually it's been cancelled. It's gone tech, it's down, we're not quite sure what's wrong with it. But they did give us an anytime Lightning Lane to use on any other attraction apart from Seven Dwarfs, Peter Pan and Tron. So we're going to keep a hold of it for the minute just in case Tiana's comes back up, because this might be our only opportunity to do it. And it's already raining, so if we get wet it's not going to make much difference. Our next Lightning Lane is at 3:40, which is for Little Mermaid, so we think we might get the train, yeah? Get the train, because we've not done that yet. Get the train round the park to Fantasyland, get off, and if we've got some time to wait, we might go for a snack. I'm thinking Gastons Tavern or something like that. A little snackaroony. And then once we've tapped in for Little Mermaid, we can see about booking another one for later. We do have the dessert party tonight at 7, so we're going to look for some Lightning Lanes around 9, 9:30, something like that. If there's anything left, we might try and get onto the mountain in the dark or something like that. But we'll see how much value we can get out of it. If we can get 3 or 4 rides out of it, I think that's pretty good going for the day, considering we've only just started here at about 2:30 in the afternoon. Realistically, you want to be starting your first Lightning Lane as early as possible so you can book as many as you can throughout the day. As I mentioned, we've been in Hollywood Studios this morning because of the hurricane the other day. We missed out, so we're just going to make the best of what we've got today and see how many rides we can get using our Lightning Lane. I actually don't know if I've ever done this yet.
I haven't.
You have?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? No. Oh, I think I've only done it in Paris and California.
It's cute.
It is really cute.
We're currently departing Main Street Station. And if you're missing those friendly faces already, not to worry. On this train, it's never goodbye. It's always see you real soon.
How much do you want to run through that fountain right now?
I actually might, you know.
I love this area. I think it was a really nice addition when they put this in, like with the Beast's Castle and the restaurant and everything. Okay, we are outside Gastons Tavern and we decided to get a LeFou's brew and a warm cinnamon roll, which looks so good. It's so thick as well. It's like 3 inches high. Let's try this. I think it's apple. Nothing's happening. Ooh. It's like an apple iced slushy with a bit of caramel in it. Wanna try?
Yeah.
Oh well, we're gonna share the cinnamon roll anyway because that's definitely too much for one person. How is it?
Cinnamony.
Cinnamony.
It's really tasty actually. It's got like,
It does look good.
I don't know if it's like caramel sauce or something in it as well.
See?
In there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
It's nice and soft and squidgy.
Squidgy. Oops. I've almost just stepped in someone's abandoned churro. That's a sad day. It's like when you see a balloon floating off into the ether. Right, we are heading on Little Mermaid now. It's time for our return time. First one. So in theory, once we've tapped in here, we should be able to book a 4th one, but we'll see how that goes. That was noisy.
I don't know what she's signing. Wait, let me start at the middle. Wait, no, what am I thinking? That's a terrible place to start a story.
Well, that was very sweet. I enjoyed that. Did you?
Yeah, it's fun.
It was good fun. So while we're in the line for that, as soon as we tapped in, we were able to go ahead and book another Lightning Lane for later. I managed to get an 8:45 for Big Thunder Mountain. We are in the park till quite late because we're going to the fireworks dessert party tonight. That'll probably finish around 9:15, something like that. So because we get an hour to ride it, we'll still have time to do that before the end of the park close. Our next one is not till 5:05. If there are any Lightning Lanes left, then we'll obviously be able to book another one as soon as we've used that. That's about an hour away. So in that hour's time, we've actually got our free fast pass from Tiana's being shut down. So we're gonna go and use that on Space Mountain because it's actually a 60-minute wait. It's one of the highest waits in the park right now. So it means we can go over into Tomorrowland, be ready for our 5:05 return time, and use our free Lightning Lane to go on Space Mountain now to fill in the time. So far, that is gonna be 5 rides that we're gonna get, which is great.
Whoever thought this was a great toy?
Oh, I quite like it. Makes it magical.
It's alright when it doesn't go in your face.
True, when it's about 2 foot away and it goes straight in your mouth. First look at Tron. So cool. Can we wait for it to go past? We've had to come into Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies, I think it's called, for another cold drink. It's so hot out there. It's like the heat of the day. Everywhere is warm and humid, and even the shops are warm because they've got the doors open. So before we go on Buzz Lightyear, we are going to have our cold drinks, and we might even have a nice relaxing ride in the breeze on the People Mover. And while we're in the line for Space Mountain, I was able to book another Lightning Lane for later on tonight. I think we got Pirates at like 9 o'clock. When we tap in for Buzz, we should be able to book another one, but I don't think there's going to be anything left by then because we're already getting into like the 9-10 o'clock at night slots for most rides. There might be a few of the less popular rides with time slots left, but we'll see. If all we get is 5 rides out of it, I think that is pretty good value because 5 to 6 rides was pretty much all you could get out of Genie Plus anyway, so I think it is good value, but I'll have to weigh it all up at the end. I've given up on having my hair down, guys. I went as long as I could. It's 5 o'clock. I've given up. Right. Lightning Lane for Buzz started like 10 minutes ago, so we can go straight on, yeah? Jen and I get very competitive over this game. I did say I was going to film it to give her a chance. So we'll see how she does. Ready? Oh, we're broken down already. It's going to be interesting to see if I can do this one-handed. If I beat you one-handed, what will I get as a prize?
Just the honour of
The satisfaction.
No, the honour. I'm just gonna stop you from like. That's cheating.
You're a sore loser. How are you losing so badly?
I swear I need glasses or something. I just can't see. This, I've got a broken one, I swear.
Oh dear.
I say we've got a duff one.
Always with the blaming of the ride and not your aim. Okay, we're gonna head to Main Street and just have a little look in a couple of the shops before our fireworks dessert party. So this Tomorrowland Terrace area that overlooks the lake in front of the castle, that's where we're coming at 7 o'clock. We have the desserts in this area and then we move to a viewing area over in the central hub over there. Looks like the staff are all getting ready for it already actually. Oh, there's so many cute service dogs out today. I really like this mug. If I was going to get a mug, it would be that one. Oh boy, I just love the classic animation styles. Oh, that one's really quacked. I'm not really a novelty mug person. I quite like my mugs to match, but every now and then it's nice to have something a bit different. Oh, actually, this one's really cute as well. Hit the snooze, but I like the toaster on the back. $20 is a retail price for a mug these days. Okay, if this was for sale and I could afford it, I would have this at my house. Imagine. That's a really lovely photo frame with all the parks on it.
There was another one that was quite nice. It was like black and it was in the shape of Mickey. And that was only like $20. And I quite like that. Oh no, was it 40?
You want to get a frame though, don't you?
Maybe. Well, I wanted to get like a box frame
to like make
like a little shrine.
A shrine, a Disney shrine.
Disney shrine.
That is a nice colour, yellow. Is it? It's Pluto, right?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
You good? Do you see the colour?
I don't know. I can't tell. I think so. It's because it's not very good light in here. I do still really like this one. Life's a Walk in the Park. They're 2 for $25. Would you get 2? Sorry, they're not 2 for $25. They're $25 each when you buy 2.
Yeah.
Good evening, friends. We are currently sat in my favourite spot in the umbrellas around the kind of hub area. I bought myself a mango dragon fruit refresher. This is full of sugar, but it tastes delicious and I need an energy boost right now to keep going until the end of the night because we are here for the long haul. The park closes at 11 o'clock tonight and we've got the dessert party in less than an hour. So I think all the sugar that I'm having is just going to add. It's fine. It's going to be a really sugary day.
Watermelon sugar high.
I know. It's been a really funny day today. We've kind of done a lot, but the temperature has definitely made it a little bit slow going. I will say that's the one thing about coming in September or late August or even early October. It's still so humid and warm. So if you don't do well with the hot temperatures, then I would definitely leave it a couple of months. Come in December or come in January, February. I was here in February earlier this year and it was the perfect temperature. It was just right, especially for us Brits who aren't used to this level of heat. Also, I'm really excited for the dessert party, not just because I've never done it before, but mostly because I have not seen Happily Ever After since 2016. In fact, it might have even been earlier than that because there was a time when it wasn't on. It was a different show for a while. So I'm not sure if it was 2016 or 2015 the last time I saw it, but either way, I am so excited. I will probably cry within the first 5 minutes of that music playing. I still listen to this music on YouTube sometimes when I'm working. I absolutely love it. So yeah, looking forward to another emotional night. We've done loads of shows like Cirque du Soleil last night, Indiana Jones and Lion King. It's been a very show-heavy couple of days, but I'm here for it. Okay, off we go to our reservation. I'm not quite sure where we go. That's the post-party check-in. We booked this online. I think it was exactly 60 days before. I know that this event does sell out, and actually it was quite difficult to book because we had to wait until the correct time in the US to phone up and do it because I couldn't get it to work on the app. I don't know if anybody else has had any success with that. If you have, drop a comment below, tell other people how to do it. But I had to call up the phone number and actually make the reservation over the phone because it wouldn't let me do it in the app.
We usually recommend going down about half an hour early, so around 8 bar.
Okay.
And if you head back down to the podium where you checked in, then they'll be there to walk you down some of the...
That's great, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we're all settled at our table. Sorry about the light in here, it's very bright. I'm sat directly under a skylight. We told the server that Jen has some intolerances. She's not allergic to anything, but she does have gluten and milk sensitivities. So they gave us like a slightly different coloured reserved sign so somebody can come and talk to her about what's available. Just if you do have intolerances or allergies or anything, they're really good about it. They'll tell you exactly what you can and can't have, and there might even be some other options, she said as well. But there looks like there's alcohol, there is soft drinks, there's like a cookie decorating station, and of course there are desserts, which I am very excited about because I haven't had anything sweet at all today. Jen's giving me an eyebrow. Okay, I'm not going to join the dessert line just yet. I just want to see what this is. I think she said it was like a non-alcoholic cider of some description. Martinelli's sparkling cider. Might be quite nice. They also have like a full selection of soft drinks. So we've got strawberry lemonade, Minute Maid premium lemonade, hog juice, unsweetened tea, water and milk. I would have an intravenous drip of this bog juice if I could get away with it. Hi!
How are you?
Is this carver? Lovely. Thank you very much.
Of course, enjoy.
Got myself a carver. Cheers, guys. It's actually not as busy as I thought. I know some people might not be here yet, but I thought every single table would be packed, considering they made out that I'd got the last 2 seats on the actual like dessert party, but maybe people just aren't as punctual when they know there's free food as we are. Okay, let's see what they've got. Am I going to be able to do this one-handed? That's the question. Hey, I managed Buzz Lightyear earlier. Wow, okay. Don't get too excited. Pace yourself. Chocolate pudding. Is this, what is this one?
They're red velvet cupcakes with cream cheese frosting.
Oh, nice, okay. Red velvet cupcakes. Let's get a very aesthetically pleasing one. Ooh, they've got like fruit and cheese. I wonder if I should get some of that first. Strawberries. So down this end, I think it's the same stuff, but they didn't have any of these, so I'm gonna grab a cannelloni. A cannelloni? What's the word of these? I got my first little plate. Got cheese, fruit. I've forgotten the name of these. I want to call it cannelloni, but is it? Is that what it is?
That's what I was going to say. Anyway.
This is a red velvet cupcake with cream cheese, I think she said. Chocolate covered strawberries and some extra fruit. And then they have an apple and cinnamon and caramel crepe, Jen.
Sorry, what?
They have like an apple, cinnamon and caramel crepe that they're like making them up so that you can help yourself.
Oh my god.
Jen, that's incredible. So what?
I can't remember what you said that was.
Some sort of berry loaf or something. It's got icing on it. And then that was banana bread?
Banana bread with like chocolate
bread.
chips and then chocolate chip cookies.
Vegan cookies and vegan gummies. And I don't know what they are, but you've got fruit and stuff on there as well.
Yeah.
Little macaron biscuits or something?
They're hard, yeah.
Like little cookies?
Yeah.
They're really good. That's really nice that they brought like a whole platter for you.
What can I say? I'm special.
You are. How's the cake?
I'm trying to determine. Yeah, I think that's raspberry.
Raspberry.
Yeah, it's raspberry icing. I don't know what the sponge is. I think it's just like a Victoria sponge, but obviously without the gluten and stuff in it.
I need to road test one of these to make sure that it's okay for you to eat.
Okay, yeah, you
Make
do
sure
that.
it's not poison.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh.
You've not got a whole thing going on over there that you
They're
can choose
vegan, I
from.
like them, they're nice.
They'll be like them candy kittens.
That's exactly what they taste like.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some extra cheese, and I think this was some sort of like little chocolate tart, but I also wanted to try one of these mini caramel apple and pecan crepes. I actually think I might need a knife for this, but it looks really nice. Okay, this apple crepe is delicious. It tastes like apple strudel. It's got some sort of like creme anglaise, like custard in the middle, and then caramel syrup, apple and pecans. Very tasty. Okay, I look a little bit like a tomato, but we are in our viewing area. But we've got an amazing view of the castle. We're right at the back of the viewing area as well, so I should be able to get my camera up a little bit over people's heads. I'm not going to film too much of the show. I do want to enjoy it, so I'll just put some highlights in. But yeah, enjoy happily ever after, and thank you very much for watching this vlog. I'm off. I've got goosebumps all over my body.
Let your dreams guide you.
The battles, the stories, the change the way. We all have the courage to fly.
Well guys, that is it for another episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. But before I wrap up, I just wanted to give you guys a brief rundown on our experience of both Lightning Lane Multipass and the fireworks dessert party. So if you're not familiar with the new Disney's Lightning Lane Multipass, it's fairly similar to the free FastPass version of the same system that Disney had in place a few years ago. This was then replaced in 2021, somewhat controversially, by Disney's Genie Plus system. Not everybody liked it. It was quite complicated to get the hang of, in my opinion, but most of all, you had to pay for it. For me, Genie Plus relied on you being on your phone a lot of the time, trying to snag return times that could be at different times at different parts of the park. And overall, I personally just did not really enjoy using it. Now, similar to Genie Plus, the Lightning Lane Multipass system has two facets to it. So you have the Multipass and the single Lightning Lane passes. The Multipass allows you to book 3 rides in advance at the times you'd like to ride them, depending on availability, with the single Lightning Lane passes being for one turn on a single attraction, such as Tron or Guardians. Now, the only thing that wasn't quite clear in advance coming from the UK was that we weren't able to book our Lightning Lane Multipasses until we arrived in the country. However, when Jen and I arrived in the US and were queuing for immigration, we went on the app and we were able to book our Lightning Lane Multipasses and a few single Lightning Lanes for the entirety of our trip as soon as we arrived in the US. Now, this worked out really well for us, as I personally like to know exactly which rides I'm riding and at what times I'm doing them on certain days. I think it makes it much easier to plan the rest of your day around those attraction times. The app was very clear and easy to use. It reminded us when our next attraction time slot was coming up and reminded us when we were able to book new selections. So in terms of use overall, I felt it was a little bit easier to use and navigate than the Genie Plus system was. Jen and I paid $27 each plus tax for the Magic Kingdom Multipass that we used in this episode. And when I checked back to my trip in February with my dad when we were still using the Genie Plus system, $27 plus tax was exactly what Dad and I paid. So price-wise on this occasion, completely identical. Now, in terms of value for money, we kind of made a bit of an L on this particular day. So I mentioned in the vlog that we didn't start using any of our Lightning Lane Multipass selections until we actually got into Magic Kingdom. Now, that's because there was actually a hurricane. Hurricane Helene was 2 days prior to our day in Magic Kingdom. And we subsequently realized that the Magic Kingdom day where we had the dessert party, that morning was going to be the only time we'd be able to catch a few hours back in Hollywood Studios that we lost on the hurricane day. So we went into the app, shuffled some of our Magic Kingdom return times around and managed to push them all to later in the day. Now, I'm sure some people would say, why didn't you cancel and rebook for Hollywood Studios? And the fact is, we were only ever going to be in Hollywood Studios for a couple of hours that morning. So we decided just to leave it as it was, push our return times back and just see how much value we could get out of it with only the time that we had available. So that's exactly what we did. And we ended up getting 5 rides out of it, which I thought was pretty good. And of course, if you use the multipass properly and start early and don't do what we did, you'll likely get a lot more rides out of it than we were able to in the few hours that we had. Overall though, I much prefer the ease of use of the Lightning Lane Multipass system compared to the Genie Plus. Of course, I'd much prefer to have the original FastPass system back because you could book 60 days in advance and it was free, but there we go. It is what it is. Now, some of you might be wondering, do I even need it? Do I need to pay the extra? I've already paid for my ticket. Do I actually have to pay to go on these rides and use this multipass system? And of course, you absolutely do not. If you're on a 2-week trip, the chances are, if you're spending most of the days in the parks, you're gonna be able to get on pretty much every ride. But I guess it just depends. If you're on a shorter trip, you might want to utilize your time, you might want to cram a bit more in, and perhaps using multipass on 1 or 2 of the days is a great way to get on more attractions. But if you're happy to wait in line, then I would say maybe just try it once or twice on a 2-week trip. You certainly do not need to be buying it every single day. Okay, briefly, I just want to talk about the dessert party and whether we thought that was good value for money as well. Now, for me, these extra parties that you spend quite a lot of money on are definitely worth doing at least once, but I wouldn't rush to do this one again for a couple of reasons. First of all, it was the cost. It was $119 plus tax each, and based on the desserts and the alcohol that we got, I think you're more paying for the viewing area than you are for the food and drink. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the quality and the selection. The cakes were delicious. I really enjoyed my couple of glasses of cava. Jen really enjoyed her sort of gluten-free platter that they made up for her. But really, it is just a couple of glasses of wine and a few desserts, and you could probably do it a lot cheaper if you just bought yourself some snacks and staked out a really good spot on Main Street way early. Having said that though, this was absolutely by far the best view of the fireworks that I've ever had at any Disney park. Having that special area right in the center with the perfect view right down the middle so that you could see all the projections was incredible. And although I would not say that that viewing area was particularly quiet, it got very jam-packed towards the end as people started filing in. But because they make everybody sit down at first, it means that when everybody stands up, you do have good space around you. You don't feel claustrophobic or trapped like you sometimes do when you're out on Main Street. But yeah, that would be my overall opinion on it. I thought it was fantastic, but I wouldn't rush to do it again just because I think it's quite expensive for what it is, and I don't need to see it from that angle now for a while. I've seen it, I've enjoyed it, and next time I'll probably just stand right at the back of Main Street and watch the fireworks. Anyway, I hope that review was useful to some of you if you're planning to do a similar thing or if you've not used Lightning Lane yet. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!